Mike.
I can't stand these cats. These cats do this shit on purpose.
That's just what cats do, bro. They act like they run shit. A lot of humans used to worship cats, you know that?
My bad, y'all, in the
Yeah,
video.
fuck
If y'all
that.
see this cat hair getting thrown in the air and stuff.
Throw that cat hair in the air.
Hell no. Nigga,
Who wants to start off the
don't
intro
affect
this
my
week?
lungs.
Go ahead, Josh.
Bro, I did last week.
Did you?
I did.
Damn, welcome back to the StruggleHolics. Where we come to give you laughs and thrills and hope to give you a couple chills. I am your gracious host, Amondo.
Alisha.
Catman.
J Smooth.
And this week's episode is 161.
Yes, indeed.
I know exactly what happened to this fucking mic. The fucking cat knocked all this shit over the other day. Like, just
Over here.
knock my mic stand over, knock the display off there, knock the lights over.
Said, fuck your pie, bitch.
So I'm like, all this shit over.
That
So
shit
you
made
niggas
me
come
lie,
down
that nigga
here
do not
every
fuck with you,
every
bro.
Wednesday shooting a motherfucking podcast in my area.
No catnip, no nothing
Man,
for
what?
me.
We worshipped them cats for so long back in them Egyptian times. Them motherfuckers think they a superior being.
I'm not a pet guy at all. Even though I have pets, I'm not a pet guy.
Do you have pets or do Kayla have pets?
Kayla has
Sometimes that's how that should be. They ain't your pets. You just gotta help take care of the little ass.
Yep.
Yeah, I love pets, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Huh?
I love pets. I come from, like, in high school, I had 5 dogs at one time. And it was a really crazy experience, but I enjoyed it a lot because I was just a super big dog person. Just in general.
5 dogs.
5 dogs?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
5 dogs?
They weren't big dogs. They were all kind of like Shih Tzu size.
Them they.
Multi. Yeah.
See, I prefer big dogs. Them little dogs be irritating sometimes.
I like big dogs more too, but
I love all
almost
dogs.
every situation I've been in has been with a smaller dog.
Give me all dogs. Big, small, medium, schmedium.
Huh?
It's like, give me all the dogs.
So you was raised by small dogs, huh, Josh?
Give me all the doggies.
Got small dogs.
Fuck all that. But anyway, what's the first topic y'all want to hit this week?
We could talk about the TikTok ban.
Shit.
TikTok is getting banned, y'all.
Yeah,
Or maybe not,
I'm gonna say, is it official?
I was
don't
gonna say,
know.
did they actually announce?
because it still got to get signed by Joe Biden.
Do y'all agree
Well,
or
we'll see.
disagree with the stance?
Do what?
Do y'all agree or disagree with the TikTok being banned?
Why are they banning it?
What's the stance? What's the reason?
So, you got notes on it, Josh? Or
Oh no! Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, bro. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you get started.
So they got it going on to where America really has a problem with it because China, they say they're not collecting our data. They have their own servers in the United States that stores all the United States data and everything. But you know how that shit go. If you're the owner of the company, you can have access to all this data and you can get it transferred without people probably even knowing. So America doesn't want China to have all our data and influence over the American population because it can sway votes, sway agendas. It's just a whole bunch of propaganda that they can push because they really control that algorithm or can get shit popping depending on what they see fit. So America really trying to put a stop to it, but they really just want them to sell to an American company. So they don't want to really ban TikTok. They want them to sell TikTok to an American company for over here, and then they can just keep that shit everywhere else. So that's really the gist of it.
Yeah, that's a great starting point. So the company that owns TikTok, it's called ByteDance.
ByteDance.
and they are a Chinese company. From everything that I've seen / researched in the last few hours leading up to this, there hasn't been any evidence that any information has been transferred to the Chinese government or that the Chinese government has even been asking for that information in the first place. So that's the first thing.
That's the tricky part.
And then I hear what you're saying. Like, how would we even really know for sure if they're really doing that? If they really wanted to keep that shit a secret, they could.
Exactly.
I mean,
and the funny part is that the company is named ByteDance when the app is literally number white people biting black people dances.
Oh my god,
that shit is hilarious.
That's cool.
That's irony.
Dumb
That's
as
some
hell.
good irony right there. That's
Dumb as
fucking
hell.
hilarious.
Bruh.
That's fucking. But keep going with your spiel. You're doing a great job, Johnson. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
So-
I had to get that out.
No, that's funny as shit. So that was the first thing. And what a lot of these companies do that have the ownership of the data, they just use it for repurposing their algorithm. Now, the problems with the algorithm, that's an entirely different argument, and how much it feeds into getting more people to continuously use the app over and over, and they fall into that downward spiral with it. I think arguments like that are more valid to me than this, because it seems, this is just my personal opinion from what I've gathered so far, is that it seems like two things maybe. Like, one, the U.S. isn't really trying to lose like economic power in the world, because it's been kind of trending like China's about to start being number one, about to be the top dog around here, and America don't like that shit. So I feel like that is playing a part in that to some degree, but also the potential to monopolize the distribution of information. So they can basically we control what's going on these networks and what's going in front of people's faces. Like, we proclaim like China is trying to influence us. We want to influence us and have control over that so we can push our agendas. Like, even like with some domestic ownership, like Facebook, for example, I was looking this up today, and this kind of blew my mind. If you search Facebook data breach, it says like 5 or 6 different years. 2015, 2018, 2019, 2022. Like, and it's crazy. And in 2015, it was found out that they were using Facebook for political influence. They were working with Trump's team to try and get some influence and some ads towards some people that they wanted to get support from. So it's not like as soon as we get the access to it, we are like, we're going to be better with it. Is my argument. For kind of like, I think.
Period.
I think the ban is kind of, it's a power move more so than we need to protect Americans. If you catch my drift. But I said a lot.
They are trying to protect us, but they're only trying to protect us so they can abuse us.
Okay.
Exactly.
So that's the only thing. So they are, because with the data transferring, like I said, we're not really going to be able to tell, us as people, and really them trying to do it, because that shit going to be hard. But that algorithm thing, just knowing how China algorithm is different from ours and how they don't allow certain shit to be at the forefront, and over here, that's all they kind of allow to be at the forefront. That kind of
Conflict of interest.
Yeah. And it's like your kids. Somebody over there parenting their kids a certain kind of way, and your kids over there, when they get bring their ass back to the house, they trying to tell you how other families do it, but you like, this is how we run our house over here. And they want us to keep running our house over here how we run it. That's all I see with that shit. That shit, it's all about control.
That
Like
can't
Josh
be
said,
all you-
it
can't be
all
all
your
you
points
see,
was
bro.
really valid, because it's really all about them trying to control us and pushing our narratives. But you can't blame them for that though. That's what they supposed to do.
You got something to say about it, Alisha?
Yeah, I agree. That big election's coming up, so social media plays a huge factor, especially TikTok.
Especially for
even
the young
one
voters.
ad. Think of how many people about to view that.
Okay, I want to get your thoughts on that. I have a follow up to that question.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't think they're banning it at all. I don't think it's I don't even think it's as deep as y'all are saying. It's China can control our algorithms. Like, no, we want to control the algorithm over here. I just think that the Democratic Party fucking sucks. They realize that they're losing the battle. They realize that Trump is in the lead right now. He's probably gonna get back in. What can we do? Let's cater to black people. Oh damn, they're getting smart now. They just us catering to them doesn't mean we're gonna guarantee that win. What can we do now? Oh, China's trying to hack. China's getting our data with TikTok, the most commonly used app for everybody today. So now you spread fear. People are going to want to stop using TikTok as much because most people get their information on the politics and everything on the world through TikTok. Let's scare people off of that. Let's scare people off of TikTok. Let's scare these parents into getting their kids off TikTok because parents let their kids be on TikTok. China's stealing your information. Parents, older people are going to be like, oh shit, let me get off TikTok. Let me get my kids off TikTok. So all of that's off. Now that's some people's sway of voting being taken away. That's what I think it is. I think it's because they said they're supposed to ban TikTok the last election.
Yeah, but
they said it was going to do
Trump.
that.
So Trump was trying to do that.
Yeah, because
it didn't work, and then Biden is taking it up. But honestly, I feel like it's going to have the opposite reaction that he intends for it to be if he does sign on it. Because now, ironically, you can't be surprised with this if Trump is involved, but so he's starting to say, hey, no, I'm against the TikTok ban because a lot of public opinion is like, don't ban TikTok. What's wrong with you? But so Trump is like, yeah, nah, we should keep that. We should keep them for right now. And then he's trying to sway and get more people to vote for him based off of that. So it's just it's a giant clusterfuck.
If you look at it, the last two elections when they both were trying to ban TikTok, the other person, when Trump was first trying to ban it, the Democrats weren't trying to ban it. Why? Because
everybody was on that. It wasn't just the Democrats or both sides kind of agreed. That's damn near a common ground for both parties.
I didn't hear that much about TikTok being banned as far as Democratic Party wise. I heard Trump and them really trying to ban it because
Democrats was on that side too.
Yeah,
I believe they were trying to ban it because people did not care who was going to win against Trump. Mm-hmm. They just wanted somebody else, not Trump, in the office. So I believe Trump and them wanted to cancel because a lot of people were getting the information from there. Now the roles are reversed. They see how shitty of a job everything is gone since Trump's got out of office, and now he's back in the running again. Now they're scrambling to try to big up the Democratic Party and everything. Now they're like, oh, let's ban TikTok. And now Trump people like, why? Why are we banning it now? If we ain't banned it 4 years ago, where are we about to ban it for now?
Mm-hmm. Because it's damn near too late.
And plus, also, too, if China wanted to steal our information, y'all think they really just go use TikTok to steal our information?
Yeah, for real.
But it's the easiest way.
That's a easy way, but that's not the only easy way. It's easy to hack into whatever app it is that you have on your phone. It's easy to hack it. China and them, they make our phones. You think they can't hack into our phones?
See, that was another thing that I was thinking about so heavy. They make a good majority of our shit. So, if we really trying to stick it to these niggas and they really feel some type of way, they can just like...
If this alleged Chinese sky balloon got all the way into America and nothing came from it, you think at one cyber attack they can't hack it? AT&T just went down a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but everybody ain't got AT&T.
I know, but I
got AT&T. That shit hit me, bro.
Can't relate.
What I'm saying is, if these other countries' governments wanted to hack into our systems to get our information, it wouldn't be that hard. As many apps as you have,
TikTok.
but as many apps as you have on your phone, or as many things you go on to, and you got to agree to terms and services that you never read. You just hit agree so you can get to what you need to do. You're agreeing to let them
all your data.
Yeah. So regardless if it's TikTok, if it's Facebook, Twitter, whatever app it is, or whatever website you go to, if they want to get your information, they want to take stuff off of your phone, they can do that. People like, oh, they ain't gonna be able to get in my phone or whatever. Like, or they can't get my data. Okay, but your phone recognizes your name. It remembers your address, it remembers your debit cards. It remembers everything about you.
Yeah, your phone is literally...
bro, they can hack your phone and know everything about you without even you going on apps.
But that's the thing. It's easier to create an app and then us trying to hack into other people's systems. Why not just create our own system, make it so fucking addictive that everybody wants it? So it makes it easier on us. So we literally only got to do the front end work. Once the front end work is done, and we ain't got to do no more hacking, they're going to... Would you prefer to rob somebody or somebody to willingly hand you over the money?
I mean, but you can make another app, but it doesn't mean it's going to blow up. They tried to do Threads. Threads never blew up.
Yeah.
But who tried to do Threads?
Facebook.
Yeah, this is in China. China,
they
the reason motherfucking Coco Melon got popping. Coco Melon is literally a Chinese thing that they set up and orchestrated and knew it was going to do that.
They know how people work. America,
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
America, we don't know, bro. Our government do not care about the people. Our government care about
themselves,
fattening their wallets.
Agendas.
Yeah,
that's it.
That doesn't mean they don't know how to manipulate us.
Oh no, they know how to manipulate us.
That's what they do.
That's why they want TikTok.
They know how to manipulate us because they keep us so divided as people. Well, I would say they keep 50% of us divided as a people. Because most people go about their business day to day. Like, as long as you're a cool person, I'm cool with you. Mm-hmm. You respect me, I respect you. That's how I would say a good 60% of the people move. The rest of the percentage, you're either extreme this side, you're extreme this side, or blah, blah, blah. And those are the people that everybody else look at like you fucking crazy.
Shit, no, I think it's because they don't need to manipulate us with it's the division, yes.
It's fear.
Everything about our lives in America is manipulated.
Yeah.
Fear. Every last thing.
Fear sells.
Yeah.
We're going to make something seem way more dramatic than it is to get people up in arms and get people worried about it. And then it's easier to control people when you're scared.
Yeah.
That's when they slip a lot of those little laws under the rug.
Well, that's why I don't believe this whole TikTok ban thing and everything. The buzzword is China's trying to steal your data. You already know, especially old white men, they hear China.
Taking our data. Yeah. Taking the American
taking all this stuff, bro. Like, it's easy to manipulate that.
Mm-hmm. But shit, it ain't, and that's what I'm saying, it ain't even political. Because people who don't even fuck with politics, but into cyber shit, even they were saying, like, I wouldn't have TikTok on nothing in my house. I
mean, yeah, but people got Alexas in the house, so you basically letting the government in on that.
But shit, them be the same people who don't, because I don't. Well, I got Siri, so Siri here, everything that bitch pop up. Like,
bro, anything with an S, bro.
Did you say something? No, bitch.
But also, too, the people who hack and everything, you have all these computers and stuff in your house, too. They can get your data as well. You might be a little bit better at, like, escaping out of shit.
Be knowing how to
counter hacking shit.
Yeah, tap in.
Like, somebody's trying to breach my firewall. Yeah. Nigga, please.
Yeah, them niggas really be knowing what the fuck going on.
Nigga, please.
The way shit going right now, if China was to steal my data, what are they gonna do?
It's all
push
about
some ass toward me to make me sway a certain way, but
not fuck with my government that I don't fuck with already. Like,
shit, it's even.
Yeah, I feel like the main goal, I guess, would be to influence easily influential people, which is more younger people. I would say
that's the majority of people
25 or younger. So I tend to follow that, like, barely. Yeah. So if that's your goal, and on an app like that, that's the majority of the users. So that's our goal. It would be successful to the point of the ban.
That's pretty true.
You gotta understand, America's a dumbass country.
They are. Mm-hmm. That's what makes them so easy to manipulate.
Yeah,
most of
the people here are.
We are Americans. We are the people. I
always forget about that.
The American people are dumb. Like, we don't take school seriously as parents or students. We don't treat school as serious as it is. The teachers aren't paid or compensated enough to be able to give these kids what they need. They're not teaching the kids what they need to know in these schools. They just giving them. Why is the 7th graders reading on the 3rd grade level? Why are the 8th graders reading on the 4th grade level? Like the shit kids are doing in 12th grade here a lot in China or these other countries. A lot of these students have already done this in grade school. They know how to do this. We're so far behind educational wise, but that's once again that falls back on the government.
I think that's definitely true. I think the algorithm that gets shown to us as Americans is what also, I guess, encapsulates that entirely. Where we're so dumb and we're so used to seeing all this raunchy shit all the goddamn time. So hey, we're gonna get the niggas what they want. But in other countries, it's more steered towards education. Educational content on a more consistent basis.
Your algorithm shows you what you watch the most on TikTok, whether you like it or somebody upload a video and you sit there for at least half that video. Your algorithm's gonna show you more stuff catered to that because you've shown interest in this. If you show more interest in more educational stuff or more learning stuff this way, that shows up more in your algorithm.
I think culturally it can have a lot of effect on that too, though, because if it's more ingrained in your society that education is a higher priority, by proxy, it's gonna influence what people see or look for on the internet.
But shit, it's even to the point to where you can't even want to search out some shit like that, but they got it so hidden to where you can't even get to it.
Yeah.
So even if you, so like for us, it's so easy for us to go on the app and find it because they don't give a fuck. This is what they want to push over here. Over there, if you want some raunchy shit, you damn near gonna have to damn near get off the app over there. And go find something.
If you're over there, you're gonna have to incognito mode 3 times before you go search up
3 times.
So your algorithm really ain't gonna be what you want your algorithm to be because they not even gonna allow you to have your algorithm go in that direction.
Yeah, I mean, but we also don't push free thinkers over here either to think for yourself, to like go search these things up or pay more. We don't put emphasis on how important this stuff is.
Yeah.
People so burnt out from these jobs and shit that I forgot what country overseas, but like they treat family and work life like the way it should. Like I want to say everybody goes to work and school around the same time we do, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Around noon, the whole city and everything shut down. Everybody get to go home, be with their family for lunch for a good 2-3 hours. Then you go back to work for another 3-4 hours, and then you go home and you with your family the rest of the day. But like you off work for a good 2-3 hours for you to go spend time with your loved ones, just because like
I don't know if I want to do that. Just let me go ahead and knock these little 8 hours out. When I go home, I want to go home. I don't want to have to come to this. I got to go to this bitch twice today.
But in a society where you grow up and that's the regular,
yeah, that's normal. Yeah.
But like the fact that they give you, it ain't like you working these 8 hours, you get a 30-minute lunch break, then you got to go back into work. And it's like, nah, all right, it's noon. We'll see you back here at 2:30. Go, like, and the city shut down, so it ain't like you about to just run around and go do it. The city's like, everybody, this is the whole place, everybody taking a break. Go be with your loved ones, go eat some dinner, go eat some lunch, go chill, come back into work, you refresh, you can go shoot, you get you a nap, come back in, knock out a couple more hours, and you go be with your family. And I think it's 4-day work weeks.
Okay, then.
So it's like really like a balance to it there. Compared to here where you grind most of your most active hours, you at a place you don't want to be at trying to make ends meet. I feel like this episode is getting depressing. Yeah, but this is gonna be a depressing episode because we gotta talk about Quiet on Set. Yeah. I haven't started it yet, but just seeing the stuff coming out about it
on TikTok.
Shit crazy.
I'm not surprised.
The clips on TikTok.
Oh no,
I damn near see the whole series.
It's just you want to see who actually
I would say this. I'm not I'm shocked at it. I'm shocked and not shocked. Because as a kid, when you're watching these shows, you don't expect the stuff to be going on. As an adult, and you look back on a lot of shit that was going on in the show, and then you hear the stories about it, it's like, oh, like, damn, that is a little weird.
You're like,
Because
hey, yo.
the fact that he had that much power, that Nickelodeon's logo was a foot. Like, he had a real big foot.
It was
fetish.
the orange foot. Then I like the little orange.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Because you ain't think, because Nickelodeon is literally spelled out in white letters in the orange foot.
Yeah. It was an orange
crazy.
Oh,
foot.
he had a foot fetish?
Yeah. That's why a lot of the iCarly's Drake.
What the fuck?
If you look back at all these shows he produced,
They had
there
foot
was
things.
a bunch of foot-esque things, and they made it into a joke. But there's a lot of foot things in it.
I can see episodes flashing through my head with a whole bunch of foot scenes.
I just got mind fucked, bro. There's no way.
Nigga,
Dog, I just had
You
a
can see
That's
it
So
now.
Raven moment, nigga. I just saw everything
What?
went into my mind at
iCarly
once.
moment, motherfucker.
Oh.
that's one of the things that. So when y'all think about all these shows, the iCarly's, the Zoe 101s, the
Heat.
the Drake and Josh, the Amanda Show, all that. When you think of all these shows,
Our
think about
literal
how many
childhood.
weird foot scenes that little kids was doing in these scenes.
Yeah. That's
The abuse they had to take to give us great content. It's crazy.
You had but as kids, you see stuff like that. You just think it's part of the show. You just think it's some
funny.
weird, goofy stuff. You
Yeah.
don't think people. I hate the fake woke people that's coming out saying like, when I was a kid, I thought it was weird that all this stuff was going on. Like, nigga, we was 8, 9
I
years
did not
old.
suspect. Well, Amanda show was a little weird.
No, some people
Amanda
can.
show.
There were
was
some questionable
weird.
moments in all those shows, to be honest.
You never watched Amanda?
Josh is younger.
Amanda, please.
Yeah, he's too young.
Josh is younger, bro.
That's an old like 90s.
But Amanda, but with the Amanda show, Amanda,
That's all that.
because remember, Amanda was on All That first,
Yeah.
and because All That was basically a kid's version of Mad TV,
Mhm.
and Amanda came off there first, and then she got her own spinoff show, the Amanda Show, but even on All That, she was acting like how she was on the Amanda Show. So when I was watching it, I just thought it was a spinoff of that, so I didn't think much of it.
Her mama's still in that hot air balloon.
But do you have to, I mean, I feel like you kind of have to blame the parents, especially hers.
Because that's what I'm saying. They
I
said,
don't
they
know.
said
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
failed her.
No,
I seen
no.
somebody
Because they
put
were
that-
just bringing them in, like basically collecting the checks. Same with Jeanette McCurdy. She has a whole book and podcast, and
She has a book out that's
Tell all.
She has a book out that's called "I'm Glad My Mom Died."
Damn. That's
Yeah.
damn.
That's
Shit.
crazy.
That's why she didn't come back for the iCarly remake.
yep,
Oh.
because she didn't want to do the show. Pretty much, she did like towards the end. You could tell she didn't even want to be on the show anymore, and her mom kept making her do it for the money.
I haven't seen any episodes, but this is just stuff that I heard over the years. But then, like, I'm starting to hear more and more of now. The rumor was, I heard it was debunked, but it was a rumor a while ago. The reason why Zoe 101 stopped because Jamie Lynn Spears got pregnant. It was a rumor going around said that was Dan Snyder's kid at first.
Stop playing.
But from what I was told, it got debunked. But a lot of people said, like, people were saying that for a while, that was his kid.
That's wild,
And you see why Orlando Brown the way he is.
bruh.
That's cool.
Because he been in the, you got to think, he was in the industry from little.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
He literally was raised from damn near a couple years old.
Apparently, Drake Bell got essayed by, I forgot the dude name, something Peck.
Brian Peck, don't forget it.
Brian Peck. He got essayed by him when he was younger. Like, it's a lot of horror stories coming out about these. But as these kids, you just watching these shows, you don't suspect none of that to be going on.
I'm a little irritated about that, low key. Like, I'm not trying to downplay anybody's story or anything that happened, but so you waited until you had allegations and was pretty much kicked out of the country because you were an abuser to pull up your abuse and film a documentary about it?
I'm honestly glad you said
And did you get paid for it? Are you
the
getting
title
paid for
was
said
so-
documentary? I just want to know.
I don't.
I'm lost.
doubt-
I'm lost.
I don't-
I'm lost.
Drake
What's going on?
Drake Bell,
Mm-hmm.
all these allegations came out that he was an abuser. Pretty much went to trial, did all that. but then he ended up like moving to Mexico.
Yeah.
Because America hated him so much for all the abuse that he did.
Because he was messing with underage girls, allegedly.
Allegedly.
And Drake was a skinny one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
moved to Mexico, ghosted for however many, and I guess he came back and was like, "Nah, I'm gonna come back to America. That's how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna have a little tell-all."
I'm pretty sure this.
But you got
Playing devil's advocate here. I'm not saying it's okay or anything.
I was defend him a little bit. You can go ahead, though.
But playing devil's advocate, a lot of abusers had that done to them when they were younger.
Mm-hmm.
So part of me thinks I'm not excusing it, but part of me thinks that must trigger something in you when that happens to you, that when you grow up, not necessarily think it's okay,
but it's normal to you.
Yes,
it's a normalcy.
Yes, and it's not. And I'm not just making this excuse for Drake Bell, but that's like when you look back at like a lot of people, you like famous people wise, that this happened to. A lot of times something like this happened to them in their childhood, and it's a repeated pattern of that constantly happening in their childhood that they end up doing it when they're older. I believe that plays a part in why Drake did what he did. Especially a lot of, because hell, when you look at a lot of these young actors, whatever, they be the ones that fall into this. They had something happen to them in their childhood. Now you see this thing coming out. It's like, that makes sense. It's still not okay.
No, hell no.
Because you're a grown person. You know it's wrong to do, especially now that you're grown. You know it happened to you, and you choose to do it. It's still wrong. But I don't want to say I could understand, but I kind of get. I see a pattern behind that. That's what I'm getting.
I'd say I understand, because it's not saying it's not justified enough, but it's just really understand the psychology that goes behind it. And because not even with famous people, that's just people who have been abused, period. They say 9 times out of 10, if you were abused as a kid, you will later on become an abuser.
Dang, that's crazy.
So
I
9
didn't
out of
know
10.
that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Either that
It's
or
some high shit like that. 8 out of 10, 9 it's that high.
No,
to
it's
where
high.
if you've been abused as a kid, more than likely you will become an
I
abuser.
think it's like 80%.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people hide that they were abused as a kid too.
Yeah.
They hide that for the rest of their life, and you never know.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when you end up leaving your kid with somebody that you don't even realize,
There's
or
abuse.
Yeah.
And I turn to abuse.
I can't relate to it obviously, but it almost reads like it's a attempt to reclaim like a power position, because they felt like it was snatched away from them, and them not talking about it is them giving away the power that they have over themselves and their autonomy. And then when they go out and exercise that, that's them taking their quote unquote power back.
I mean,
in a very awful way.
Could be. I mean, I don't think like them, so I don't know what the exact.
That's another point of view. Though.
You know, shot in the dark, see where it lands on the dartboard. Some people apply to that.
About R. Kelly.
That's a grown up conversation you would need.
What?
That people need to be open minded to.
Yeah.
To sit here and listen to someone who's been abused and then they became the abuser. Listen to their mindset of like,
I'm pretty sure some shit out here.
What do you do this for? Like, what do you gain out of these things?
Mm-hmm.
But that will have to be like an open-ended. That would have to be an open-minded conversation to where you can understand it and not agree. I feel like a lot of people get that confused. They get confused agreeing and understanding.
And it also can be when you're that young and this is your first sexual experiences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It damn near becomes an unnatural turn on for you now, because it's not something that you wanted. You didn't want your sex life to be like this, but the fact that you have gotten pleasure out of this, or may have gotten pleasure out of this after a long period of time, because this is your only understanding of sex for a long time until you get older and be like, oh, this shit really ain't supposed to be going on. But at this point, you already hardwired this way.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's why you got to protect all children, man. You got to keep children as innocent as you can.
Yeah, that big horny can be dangerous.
That one time could be something that mess them up for life. That's why I don't believe people are born straight or gay. I believe your first sexual experience like kind of really sets sets the game plan for
I don't
you.
know about that. I feel like I've known some people before sexual experiences that were gay and
But
came
do you
out.
know they've been abused, or do you know do you even know?
Not
what their
every
first
gay
sexual
person that
experience
I know, like from a young age. I mean, like a young age. I'm not saying like so they all been abused.
I didn't say.
I
No, I'm not
mean,
saying
I'm saying
all
it's a
of them,
few.
But also,
but I'm not.
I'm not saying some of
Yeah.
them probably couldn't have been, but I don't think that.
if you're gay, you're gay. If you're straight, you're straight. I
Yeah.
feel like people are more so born hardwired to like the opposite sex. Something, it don't even have to be something traumatizing or anything, but something in your life makes you like same sex or not like the same sex. But then I believe a lot of times that first sexual experience, whether it's the first kiss, first time having sex, when that happens, it's a immediate turn on to it or immediate attraction to it, I guess.
But what about the people who are like within a whole relationship with a man, has a kid, a whole family, and then decides later on in life, I'm actually gay?
Oh, he didn't make that decision like later on in life.
Yeah, it's
The nigga
been that
did.
way.
Yeah.
It's probably
Men
it's-
or
it is-
women,
it
I'm
is
not
stemmed
saying-
from something from a long time ago.
They
It
both
could
took
go
him a while
either
to-
way.
Acknowledge it.
They both. It took them a while to accept it.
Yeah. Like,
Because they could be born that way.
I don't think
I
so.
I don't know
personally
about the whole born that way. I really
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
don't know.
I can only go off of what if you say you born that way, then hey, you born that way. But
If you
I
are,
don't
I'm
know.
not.
That's not
I'm not gonna
it's
sit
not
here.
the phrase I would use.
yeah,
I'm not gonna sit here and say like, nigga, you wasn't born. I'm not about to argue with you whether you believe you were born that way or not. If you
Yeah.
are, if you believe that, cool. If you don't, cool. Me personally, I don't believe it, but I'm not gonna sit here and go back and forth
Yeah.
with somebody about it.
yeah. Everybody's entitled to their own beliefs.
Oh, true.
Dan Snyder also apparently, allegedly at one of his mansions, he had a pool in the shape of a foot.
Have y'all seen pictures of this nigga though?
I've seen pictures of.
Have you seen the pictures of this
Yeah,
nigga?
I've seen pictures of the house that people were talking about. Like somebody shared it like on Facebook and stuff. And
Like the foot fetish thing, cool. It's the pedophile thing that's fucking it up.
Your kink is
But
fine.
you have
Yeah, the
kids,
kink is fine, nigga. You can play with feet, but why you gotta play with innocent feet?
but
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro.
But I guess they got the less
It's
mileage
not
on
funny.
the feet.
It's
Oh
not
my
funny,
God, bro. Why
Oh,
is
wow.
walking distance a factor here? Like,
Because
dog,
they got less mileage on their feet. Their feet ain't really been through nothing.
all
I
these
guess-
Get
older
out.
women be cleaning their feet, bro.
Get out.
They
You
be,
can clean
they be
your
cleaning
feet.
their feet, bro.
You can clean your feet.
No, I
They be
personally
getting them
believe
done.
if you look at this
For them
man,
niggas.
that shit crazy.
he was not looking like he was getting any type of nothing. And he
I
took
mean,
advantage of
he
these
could-
children
he
to get a
coulda,
little bit of
though.
something.
he could have
That's my
because of
personal
his
belief.
name, because of who he was.
I
The
think
nigga
he
could have got
was.
played.
I don't think so.
No, I
Alisha.
mean,
You don't think he could have got no coochie?
Oh, you're a writer for
Stephen
Nickelodeon?
Hawking could have had hoes. Like,
No,
Alicia, it's not a
true.
writer.
That's
Like,
pulling. That's
Nickelodeon,
pulling
yes.
hoes.
Money is pulling hoes. We're not
Listen,
talking about I'm the
yeah,
writer.
like,
If
yeah.
I'm the main writer and I'm producing all these shows, you don't think I got money?
Yeah, I guess.
Listen,
man,
Nickelodeon survived off of Dan Schneider's shows.
He
For
owned the
a good
network.
while.
But you got to think like these people looked up to him.
From late '90s till
I think
we
it's more
were
of a power
graduating
thing.
high school.
He ran.
That's how long he ran Nickelodeon.
A whole network.
From '90s all the way till we graduated high school. That's
He
where
couldn't get
all
no
those
hoes.
shows came out in between that time frame.
yeah.
They could have had hookers on standby.
I'm saying it's different when you. I'm assuming it's a different point of view. Like a hooker, you're paying them to be there. Like a child that looks up to you. This sounds really sick. But I'm just saying, in the position that he was in,
Some people get off
And-
on that power.
you know what I'm saying, and the way that he was viewed. And I heard that it wasn't just like the kids and the staff. It was like staff members
I was
too
gonna say,
that he
yeah.
was messing with too. So
Yeah.
I think it was just like that was his own personal little playground. He took advantage of it. That's how I was looking at it, like
It's
a man in
power.
power. And now he gonna sit here and be on these interviews talking about some.
It's not a real interview. He's doing it with Tebow, the dude from iCarly, somebody you hired to be on one of your shows. So
Bruh.
of course you're gonna have the nigga that you.
That's the
most
bagel
fucking
guy?
with. Yeah,
Bruh, I knew he looked familiar.
yeah.
That's the
nigga
bagel
that
guy?
That was at
Bagel on the
that was,
stick?
putting tacos on stick and shit on iCarly. That's him interviewing him
Shut
like about
the-
these allegations. Come on now, bro. I can't take you serious.
Wait, what? That was him?
He
Oh,
hired
God.
him to do the interview, or he just
That looked
did
like
the
somebody.
interview with him.
I don't know if he hired him or not, but
He probably was
but
like, "You're an
if
ally,
I got
you
these
do this
kind
with
of, if I got a whole documentary series coming out about me, why the fuck? And I want to do a legit interview to get people to believe how innocent
Days
I am.
after though is
Why the fuck
embarrassing.
would I hire somebody that used to work for me to do the interview? That's not even an
But that's what I'm saying.
interviewer.
Did he hire him though to do
I-
the interview,
I
or
would-
did he
I
just
would
reach
bet.
out to him to do the interview?
I would bet that he did.
I don't say. So he just wanted to push his own narrative.
I don't know if he hired him. He
Ain't shit
probably
wrong with
I would
pushing your
bet he
own
did.
narrative.
Even if he didn't hire him, bro,
That's what
I'm not about to
motherfuckers
have
do.
somebody that because it's going to take away from the sincereness of it.
But could it, or could it actually enhance it, or he can have actual pushback? Because I was on these sets and scenes. I've been privy to a lot of this shit that's been going
Nigga.
on.
Bring me Gail King.
I was just about to
Miguel.
say, nah.
I
I'm
need
fighting for my fucking life.
put me on. Put me
You
on.
see what
Good
happened to
Morning
R.
America.
Kelly? You
Put me
think
on-
he want to go through that?
He don't want to get ate
me on
up.
Good
So
Morning
he's
America.
choosing somebody who's not going to say any. Like that guy barely said, he wasn't even interviewing him at that point. He was just letting him talk.
Put me on Good Morning America. If I'm trying to save my name, nigga, put me where most eyes gonna be. Don't have me being interviewed by. That's like me blowing up. Y'all found out I was doing some fuck shit. Then I have up Mondo interview me trying to clear my name. Niggas is not gonna believe it, bro. Niggas is not gonna believe it.
We already laughing, nigga. It's not going to work.
No, nigga, put me on Joe Budden podcast. Nigga, put me on $1 million worth of game. Like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
Like some of the shit he was saying in there, it was.
I want to go and watch
Interesting.
everything this week
I want to watch it.
so I can.
Yeah, I need the tea.
I
No
heard
pun
it.
intended.
I heard it was pretty bad. Like
That's
the
what I'm
stuff that they were
saying.
doing to the kids there.
Oh, that shit.
Some of the
gonna hurt
clips
my
I've
heart.
seen, I have to take a little breaks.
Yeah, that's what I'm
because-
saying.
Damn. Even so, in the video that y'all was talking about where he was getting interviewed, he even said it was very difficult to watch all four of the episodes. Like,
Well, then he said something about like
yeah.
he never really like acknowledges what he did. He basically is like, my behavior was embarrassing. Like, what do you mean by that?
Oh yeah, Buck, you
And then-
tripping?
And then he tried to talk about Brian Peck, which was Drake Bell's the guy, because he was a dialect coach. He basically tried to like say like, I feel so bad about what happened to Drake Bell. Okay, so you're just not going to acknowledge Amanda Bynes? You're just not going to acknowledge all the other people?
No, I'm not about to do that because it's easier for me to deflect the blame than me to sit here
Crazy.
and own up to the wrongdoings that I did.
He should have said nothing. He need a PR team.
that's
I would have
just-
said shit.
Quote, hold on real quick. Quote, facing my past behaviors, some of which are embarrassing and that I regret. I definitely owe some people a pretty strong apology.
Like, nigga, what?
Like, if that ain't the most
It's open ended. It's
cookie
What?
cutter,
I could have made that
generic
apology for him.
Like, I mean, you want to talk about spitting in these fucking people's faces, bro? Like, to me,
He basically said, we good.
me personally, I can't take that disrespect. They
It's,
would have to see me.
but it's easy. One, you don't want to admit to the stuff you did. Even you did. You know you fucked up. I don't want to own up to it. So I'm not really. I'm gonna just.
Stop talking in public.
I'm gonna lightly talk. I'm gonna lightly do it. It's one of those things where like, damn, I apologize. Y'all still mad about that? That's.
Yes, nigga.
Y'all still mad about
Very.
Crazy.
But like that's how that's how he treat. That's how a lot of people treat situations though.
That's true.
I'm the one that did you wrong. You mad at me about it. It's like, damn, nigga, I said I was sorry. Like, you know, I owe you a strong apology. I'm sorry for what I did to you. Like,
Crazy.
Is that not enough?
that's how people treat it. And that's why it's easier for him to talk more about what Brian Peck did than it is to talk about what he did himself.
Accountability.
These are all alleged, if these are all true.
There's an alleged on the screen
And
somewhere.
that's just
Shit.
nigga.
It's just too many people coming forward.
Imagine. You think they'll come out with a Disney one?
Hell no. Disney
They
got
keep that
snipers.
shit under. Nigga, I was gonna say no. They keep that shit under wraps.
Disney got snipers, nigga. Hell no.
Your body gonna be mysteriously found in a hotel
I mean, you
room.
gotta think everybody from Disney too went crazy. Orlando Brown,
Not everybody.
Raven Simone started to go a little crazy. Lindsay Lohan.
Oh yeah, see, and then we saying that's a Raven and them for him. That's what I'm saying. That's all Disney.
Lindsay Lohan. Hillary Duff, like the only one who went kind of.
I think they just get off track a little bit because you have to think of the world that they're in. Like they're in a different world than we are when we're kids sitting at home playing.
Dylan
They're not in the
Cole-Sprouse,
same.
Yeah.
in the same realm. You know what I'm saying?
And to Alicia's point, like they're all getting exposed to that. So the chances of them turning out that way is a lot more likely than us who would never get exposed to that.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's all about your upbringing during this time, the kind of parents you got.
Truly.
Because you got a daddy who gonna sit on set and ain't gonna budge, ain't gonna move, ain't gonna take no bathroom breaks, and he got his eyes on you the whole motherfucker. They're the parents that get the fuck out of there. And the kids that
a
they
lot
say,
of them
we
seen
can't
that
work with
money.
the
Yeah,
kid.
they just want that check.
Yeah.
Well, parents want the kids, but also too, like if a lot of parents they don't want, they try to do right by their kid, and then that's when the other people in the business start getting in the kids' ear, talking about their parent, and that's when they separated from their parent. They get them separated. Now the kid growing up thinking their parents wasn't shit this whole time. Now there's this whole divide between a parent and a kid. That happens a lot too.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
It's a messy business, bro. Just because they want your kid. It's like, bro, fuck, like, because it's hard for me to believe that let me just stop myself. I was about to say to that many parents to just allow this shit to happen to their kid, or just be that loose with your kid with a bunch of random people you don't know like that because of the money. But then
some of them just don't know. Like think about like even other like think about what's his name, the Michigan State guy.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking
Nasser
about.
and all that. Think about that. Like people just think, you're in that community. That community is all for the same goal. Like you would never think that one person would just be like, you know what I'm saying? Like fooling like that. As a
parent, you could tell when your kid is off.
Yeah, the Drake one was really bad. They talked about that. It's kind of messed up for
me. It's kind of hard for me to like even fathom like something happening to my son, and me not noticing a difference in him.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to think, kids act like kids act out like they show things different. They hide things differently. Like some parents, I'm not saying all parents are.
It's hard for me to fathom like something like that happening to you, and you not liking it, and you being able to hide it.
A lot of kids do.
I know. I'm not saying that he would come to me and tell me, but for me to not sense as a parent, like,
no, I'm saying
something's not right. So then the next time I go, I'm watching how my son's going to act. Because I guarantee if I was God forbid, I ever be in a situation like that. But like, I notice something's off with my kid. Like if I send my kid to school, he come home, he a little off, but he ain't tell me why. When I go up to that school, I'm watching him to see how he act around certain people. If I can tell your act is off around this certain person, something went on. I don't know what, but something went on here. Because you can fake it, but you can't. You can read body language.
Yeah.
You can say all the right things, but you can read body language. And you can.
Yeah.
That's one thing you can't fake.
I was going to say, especially if you're an active parent in your child's life, when something happens and there's a significant shift in them, it's not something that you wouldn't notice. Like that type of stuff will be on your radar, I feel. Coming from a guy that's not a parent, I know. Shocker.
You'd be surprised. There's a lot of parents who really don't know. Like, think about if they're older, like teenagers. Too. Like, you could be any age. It could be friends, like acquaintances of yours. Like, it doesn't have to be somebody like a person of power in general.
Yeah, and the change don't even have to be a drastic change either for you to actually notice.
I feel like hell, when your kids, you as a parent, when your kid getting sick even before they fully get sick. You just notice like little shit they doing. It's like, oh damn, he about to be sick, a cold coming on or something. Like you could tell. And I'm not saying it has to be something as dramatic as like an essay, something like that happening to you, but you just know. You know your child. If you're a good parent, if you pay attention to your child, you know your child.
It's even another point because once your kids start getting a certain age, they kind of try to distance themselves from you, which is cool. I'm not gonna sit under you as much. I'm being in the room more, playing the game more. So it's easier for me to hide it because I'm not in your face when we in the house all the time.
True, but also. you would notice a difference in their pattern. Because as a parent, like even though your kid not sitting up under you and all this stuff, you know what your kid do when he come home from school. He likes to play video games. He likes to go play. He likes to hoop. He likes to do whatever the fuck. And he does this regularly. So when the routine is thrown off, and there's not a valid reason why the routine was thrown off, what happened?
Yeah.
That's just how I feel. Like if you hoop every day and this one day you don't go hooping, like, yo, what happened? Oh man, I got into it with some kids at the park, so I just decided to come home. All right, cool. Valid enough reason, something like that. You know, you give me a reason.
But what if they do give you a reason?
Kids be lying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They do give you a reason.
Kids
And
be
the
lying.
reason is comparable enough to say, all right, okay,
All right,
okay.
love that for you.
But it got to be a body language. It's a, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not in a position, so maybe that's why I could think of it more freely. But it's just, I guess when I look at it from like an essay standpoint, it's something that traumatizes. I just feel like it's really hard to hide from a parent that like want to make sure you good.
You think that?
Sometimes you don't think it's traumatizing. You just think it's like
that could be me being naive.
life.
And depending on how,
And that's what's be messing these kids up.
depending
That
on how
could be
they
me being
manipulate them.
naive.
No, that's a really good
Or if
point.
it's somebody that you look up to or you trust, you know what I'm saying? A lot of it is people in their close circle.
Yeah, most of the
I'm
time.
sure they thought Dan Snyder was part of the close circle. He brought these kids in. He took them on the show. He's pretty much their mentor.
If I work for you, bro, or if my child worked for you, you are his boss. You all these. You could be cool. You could be cordial. Y'all could have all these laughs, but you are still in that. You are not like close. Like that's just how I think of things. Like I could be cool as fuck with somebody, but they're like, "Yo, that's your homie." No, that's just my acquaintance. Like
It's cool.
I'm cool. I'm a friendly person, but you're not a close friend.
I have to put it in a different perspective. Say Josh, for example. That's how close I mean sometimes, and you just would never know.
Be that close.
That's how people look at it,
And
like
that be
a
the
true
ones-
ally.
And
That'd be the
that's-
ones that be hard for people to accept.
And that's normal though. It's never. I'm not saying never, but normally it's not somebody you don't know.
Yeah, you can never
It's
be.
always somebody you know.
You can never be betrayed by somebody
Almost
you
all
don't
the
know.
time.
The betrayal hurts the most when it's somebody closest to you.
But betrayal only can come by somebody that's close to you.
And that'd be why a lot of times people be having a hard time accepting it. It's like, I don't want to accept that this person who's close to me did this to this person that's close to me.
Yeah.
So mentally, my brain is just so fucked that I can't even fathom it. So I'm just going to ignore it.
And that happens a lot.
And that's why cycles start up.
Women telling their mama, he did this to me. Girl, stop playing. Or even a boy. But
Let me find out.
God bless all them children heart. Even
Yeah.
the children out there who going through anything like this, nah, man.
The adults too.
Speak up, please.
I
your sake.
definitely put a lot of blame on the parents.
Yeah, hell
There's no amount
Yeah,
of money
for
in the
sure.
world that will allow me to just be okay with this happening to my child.
Yeah. Some people see the money and they get their morals and everything else can just go out the window.
Not my child, bro.
Mm-hmm.
God forbid that position ever happened, but I'd rather that shit happen to me than before it happened to my child.
Facts.
Pause.
I'm gonna say, whoa.
I'm not.
Pause.
But I'm not.
Is that what he said?
I'm not even putting a pause on it. I'm not even putting a
He
pause
said,
on
no
it.
pause.
I'm not even putting a pause on it. Like,
No, for real.
that's how much I care. That's how much I care about my son. I'm not saying other parents don't, but like, nah, that
No, you can still mean it. Just like pause.
Nah.
He said no pause.
I mean, I said that shit with my whole chest, and I mean that shit. Like,
We're gonna have to play rock, paper, scissors or something.
hell no.
You're so stupid.
Shit, I gotta give up the cheeks. I'm too late in life to give up the cheeks, man. You can recover. It's therapy. People you can talk to. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. Snap the cheeks. How the hell them clothes this long? Hey, God.
You're so stupid, Ron. Let me have two.
I couldn't.
Oh my!
Oh,
I was
needed
you
that
to
laugh,
say
'cause
some
I was
dumb
mad
shit
about the
like
crowd,
that.
man.
I know.
That shit
Thank you for the
fucked up.
laugh because we was like, oh,
Well, I'm dead
we some
ass
serious
serious.
niggas here.
Y'all keep saying I need to say pause. Nah, like, I would never put my child in a
No,
fucked up position willingly.
Mm-mm.
y'all people
to.
sick. Dang,
Some of
I
these
can't
parents
watch R.
was.
Carly no more.
But you can still say pause.
Drake and Josh. Can't even watch Drake and Josh anymore.
I'm not saying a whole lot, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I still fuck with
Was Josh in the documentary? I ain't seen no clips of him.
Josh
Well, I haven't seen it.
He's silent.
Well, no, him and Drake got beef apparently. Drake got a podcast.
Yeah,
now.
I saw that for a little while.
He got a podcast now with his wife.
But shit, Josh been on here for a second. Josh got I thought he had his own podcast too.
I thought he
I
had
don't know.
his
Apparently,
first.
him and Drake got beef.
Yeah.
Josh said that he stepped up to Drake at some award show they both was at. I guess Drake said something about Josh's wife, and Josh apparently stepped to him on some bullshit like, "Yo, you need to apologize to my wife, or it's gonna be a real bad problem." And Drake and his wife is on the podcast. Like, I don't know why Josh is telling the media he stepped to you like on this tough guy shit like that. That didn't happen. Like, none of this happened.
Well, they're not actual brothers, are they?
No.
To let
would've thought.
the way they talking to let them say they was even best friends. They were just coworkers.
Yeah, but that's a lot of people though. In a lot of these shows, we think they're cool up, but a lot of them don't even give a fuck about each other. For
The
real.
way that they was portraying them, even themselves, they were saying that they were best friends since they was little.
Yeah.
So I grew up thinking that them niggas was homeboys for real.
Yeah.
But they talk now. They like, bro, we was not hanging out after we left the set. Like,
But that could have been because of certain traumas, and I can't. I don't really want to show my face around you because I know what's going on with you, and I really don't want to be around that. Or I know what they doing to you, or the people
Damn,
that
doesn't happen to
plotting-
me.
Brian Peck allegedly did this to Drake. What's Josh's last name?
I don't even fucking know.
Peck.
Yeah, I was about to say, bro. When you said Brian Peck earlier, I was like,
I don't
whoa.
think it's the same Peck though.
That's me starting
But
the
no,
message.
I don't think it's the same.
That's a coincidence because how many people with that last name?
I think it's
That's
spelled
me
differently.
stirring the pot. How is it different to spell Peck?
You could do PEC, I guess, but Josh Peck that was on the show is PECK, right?
I think Brian's Peck name is PECK.
Damn.
I think.
And how many people with that last name do you know?
In the industry.
Yeah,
Them niggas.
In the
Hold on,
industry.
y'all.
Brian Peck and Josh Peck working on the same set together.
nigga, what the
that's crazy. Like, nigga, your uncle touching me, nigga. That's why I don't fuck with you, boy. He probably
Uncle
did
Peck,
something to
no
your ass,
relation.
too.
That nigga was pecking something.
That
That
shit foul as hell.
Little Peck, Peck. Oh God.
No, they're not related. But they do have the exact same last name, ironically.
I think them niggas related.
Nigga, that nigga made sure the internet got wiped clean. We
Wipe
are
that
not related.
ancestry, nigga, bro.
We are not related, my nigga. Don't
Nigga, we
tell nobody
claim
you
that
know
nigga
me.
over here.
Oh my god!
What?
What, Alisha?
I'm just little tidbits of info are coming out, and I don't want to know about it. I don't want to know about it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch this.
Cat Williams.
I already am messed up from the R. Kelly thing. The R. Kelly thing really messed me up. I can't listen to him no more. I don't care.
Everybody knew that about R. Kelly.
I didn't know he had them so many people he could have a 3-part series. That's messed up.
It wasn't that many people.
People-
Yes,
still-
it was. It was like 30 women came forward.
30
Yeah.
It's
He
the
had
R-
a house full of women that he had trapped.
But for him, that ain't a lot.
It's
He
the
could- he
R.
coulda had a lot
What you
more.
mean?
It probably was more. Those are
But
the only
that's
the ones
fucked
who
up
wanted
to
to
say.
come forward.
You
That
think,
is-
you think
that's
the women turned down the
No.
R?
No.
I'm telling you, bro. The Pied Piper R&B. Bro, he had everybody hypnotized with his music so well that they just ignored.
That's
the
what I'm
shit he was
saying.
doing. A videotape came out of him doing these acts, and people still ignored the videotape.
But the people in the industry had to ignore it because they were doing the same shit. So
No, I'm talking
But
about regular
people,
people
yeah.
on the street was ignoring it. Regular people was like, damn, man, yeah, that was him in that video. Like, I heard that as a kid of
I did
adults
too.
saying that shit.
I didn't even see the video, and I knew the video was a thing as a kid.
I never saw the video, but I heard adults around me say like they watched it, like, man, that was him. And they still played his music and everything. Like,
Oh, his
people
music
chose to
got
ignore it.
played. His music get played at the functions till this day.
Because people mentally separate the action and the artist.
Mm-hmm.
What he did is fucked up. But I need to go step in the name of love right now.
Step, side to side.
It's hard not to. Feeling on your booty is a classic. It's hard for me not to. It's hard for me to like let that go. That was my child song. But that's gonna do it this week, y'all. Yeah. What's your encouraging words?
Shit. Oh, god damn.
Encouraging after this has dreaded episode.
The one I got, I'm gonna let Josh go
No,
first. Go,
nigga,
Josh.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, I need you to go first because I need a little buffer.
Shit.
I don't even know if I want to say mine now. After
Yeah,
this
go ahead,
conversation
bro.
that we had.
Go ahead, bro.
Somebody say something.
Okay, listen. Be responsible. Make 2 Twitter accounts, one for porn, one for regular Twitter. I did that this weekend. I got tired of going on Twitter and doing the porn.
Alisha, Josh, y'all.
Get a dog. Period.
Yeah. Try to be understanding of others, even when they're stupidly wrong. Just listen to them and then explain to them why they're wrong.
And yeah, parents, watch your kids. Protect these babies. All right, y'all, let's go do it this week. I'm Clay Tizzle.
J Smooth.
Mind out.
Alisha.
Signing out. Peace.
Protect the kids.